Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to discuss Christina Rossetti and her writing style. So her poems are included in your syllabus, so it's important to understand her writing style, to understand her poems. So we'll begin by brief intro to Christina Rossetti. Right, she was born on 5th December 1830 and born in London, and she was one of the four offsprings of Italian guardians, Italian father, right? Her father was an Italian artist, Gabriel Rossetti, and Dante Gabriel Rossetti, her brother. I discussed him as well, right? And Christina Rossetti, and her first sonnets were written in 1842. And Rossetti is best known for her ballads and her mystic religious lyrics, and her poetry is marked by symbolism and intense feeling. And Rossetti's best work is Goblin Market and other poems, which were published in 1862. Very important work. And Rossetti likewise composed religious prose works, right? For example, Seek and Find in 1879, and she died in London 29 December 1894. And this is her biography, early life and details about her, right? She was taught about religious and classical literature and the changeability of human love. The major things or themes in her writing include changeability of human love, vanity of natural joy, renunciation, disgraceful flawlessness of perfect love. Right, these are the topics in her verse. And apart from that, she had a nervous breakdown and she suffered from depression, right? Because her life is full of suffering and disappointments as well, and she became deeply interested in religion, and religious devotion play a major role in Rossetti's life. And she never got married, right? In 1862 she published her most famous collection, right? Goblin Market, I already told you about. And apart from that, she was a popular female Victorian poet, and her major themes include tragic love, suppression of lovers, and gender and sexuality, right? Injustices that women face every day. And feminism is also found as acceptance of death is most important theme in her writing, in her poems, right? Theme of death, it is important, right? And it is a ultimate reality. You have to accept death, right? Mortality of human life, and renunciation of desires as well. And divine love is most prominent in her writing, and religious skepticism as well. So she was a devoted Christian, right? Christina developed an isolated personality, and she became a shy girl, and she faced mental as well as physical illness. I told you about her depression as well, and she became depressed girl, and express her disturbing thoughts and religious life through her poetry. And apart from that, uh, we'll discuss her writing style, right? Romanticism. So she was some elements of romanticism found, the sentiments, right? She was a sentimental artist, so feelings, emotions, sentiments, right? Composed poetic work implied for youngster. And her primary work reflected religious topics. Yes, she was a devoted Christian, religious faith, religion, and these things. And feminist perspective, I told you about feminism, gender, and sexuality as well. And she thought feminism, and her writings are explicit example of feministic writer. And autonomy of female characters, especially she has driven some to portray Rossetti as a women's activist poet, and Rossetti's ladies were free and valiant. And apart from that, inculcating moral lessons. Yes, didactic. Her writing is didactic, right? Inculcating moral lessons, teach a moral lesson. And Rossetti's sonnet show a worry with individual salvation instead of social change. And the Princess Progress and other poems lay incredible accentuation on the brevity of this life. And apart from that, the exercise to begin from many of her poems is that every single natural thing is problematic, fanciful, and passing, means transience or mortality of life. Yes, that major theme. And then disappointments of human love. Yes, I already told you about tragic love, separation of lovers, medieval courtly love she addressed, and highlighting gender roles and their division to basic feminine rights were discussed by Rossetti. And essential Rossetti's perspective on sexual orientation issues consolidate and traditionalist with the radical. Likewise, centered for the courageous prospect of maternal love and its capability. And Rossetti, she moves from an announcement about the ladylike part being one of the compliance of passage, long examination between feminine roles. Yes, feminism, right? And religious dimension. She was a devoted Christian, and religious elements are found in her writing, and a significant number of her poems are plainly worried about religious issues. And reasonable center her work. And apart from that, religious writers, yes, she was one of the extraordinary religious writers of her age. And Rossetti's religion is really basic and unquestioning. And the speakers of Rossetti's poetic work over and over again battle with religious uncertainty, yes, religious skepticism, which is a major theme in her work I told you about. Yes, religious skepticism, doubt about religion, right? And spiritual pursuit as well, founding in her writing. And apart from that, worldly attachments, yes, love, courtly love, worldly attachment. It is because of her religious attachment that she had to reject a number of marriage proposal, and she is unmarried, right? And thus this become a striking character in her writing to aware audience about negative consequences of worldly attachments. This is part of her writing. And as she says in the third verse, her life is messed about, right? And there is expectation of restoration and change, right? And gothic style, the imagery and symbolism with the touches of dark atmosphere. Yes, often she talks about death. And her two poems are included in her syllabus: the song uh, When I'm Dead My Dear, and After Death. So both of these poems, the central theme is death, right? So gothic setting is there, gothic style imagery. And sleep is the symbol. She used sleep for the symbol of death, imagery and symbolism with touches of dark atmosphere. And apart from that, she is desolate. Her companions have all felt her here and there, and she misses her dead mother. And the primary feeling that comes out of this work is forlorn, right? Dejection, forlorn, distress, depression, and all of these dark moods. Yes, indulge in religious faith, moral lessons. So overall tone and mood of her writing are dark. And her writing style is mainly gothic. Yes, already been discussed. Dark moods are there, death is there, depression is there, and forlorn melancholy and anxieties, loss, suffering, pain, all of these. And her sonnets express prophetically catastrophic tone, right? Disaster, catastrophe, losses, and she looks past death to reality that can be explained. And style, Christina, right? This is not important. And apart from that, yes, uncovers a psych. Yes, psychology. She uncovers a psych in steady mode by mirroring the social, tasteful, and religious issues of her time. At first, in her writing fiction, Rossetti works with the mainstream anecdotal structures and all kinds of accessible for her and sacred writings. And at last, in a nutshell, we can sum up her writing as that it is particularly her anxiety with the job of morals in creation and gathering of craftsmanship, and carrying worry for her neighbor, her anxiety to offer back to her open all she learned. And this is all about Rossetti, and in upcoming videos I'll discuss her poems. So thank you for watching.